All right. Well, I've got a problem here. I've cut this dead hackberry and it has snagged up here in this big oak. Okay. I cut it last night and it snagged. It was getting dark, so I didn't want to work in the dark. So I came out here this morning hoping that this had fallen down by this morning, but it hasn't. So that means I've got to get that unsnagged and to get it dropped where I want it to drop. Now what I've done is, as you can see here, I've cut it. Normally if it hadn't snagged in this big oak, it would have dropped just no problem. But anyway, so that's where we're at now. I still have a hinge on the tree. That's good. I don't have to worry about it kicking out. And my goal is to get a rope up in here and pull a hackberry my way, get it off that oak tree, and then and not damage the tree that I'm going to keep, which right here is it's a young hickory, and I want to keep that. I don't want to crush it. Okay. And then when I hinged it over here, I left a little more meat on the other side of the hinge, so it would, well, the plan was to kick the tree this way a little bit so it doesn't crush my nice tree. Okay, so but anyway, I just wanted to show that there's benefits to knowing how to use rope, and I'm going to show you here with this example. But the first thing I want to do, and this might be a little bit longer video, so you may like it, you may not, I don't know. But what I'm going to do first is I want to pull back that hickory out of the path of this thing so it doesn't, hopefully I don't catch it. We'll see when this thing drops. But okay, so I got to go that way. Now this thing's been snagged for 15 hours, so I'm not worried about it falling just yet. So I'm gonna go underneath it, but I'm gonna be aware. Okay, so I'm gonna make sure I don't hear anything. I'm gonna move on. Okay, so if you come over here, here's the view up there now, and I want it to fall basically where these other logs are, and I don't want to damage my hickory tree if I can, or this tree here, which is a buckeye. Okay, I want to save both of them. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to get a, let's see here. Again, I'm going to be very aware of above me, and I'm going to, there we go, just get that over a limb, and we'll bring it on the back side. We'll take this off. Okay, and here we're just going to do like a running bowling. This is kind of, let's see, don't want it on that limb. Let's see if I can do it without weight. Yeah, there we go. Okay. All right, so all we're going to be doing is a running bowling, okay? And it's just going to cinch at the top. Okay, that's all that is. So we're going to take it all the way up. And, okay, and we'll come over here. And this thing is catching on something. It's the #1 rule when you're dealing with small line is if it can catch on something, it will. Okay, so we'll bring around this tree. And we'll just basically do like a trucker's hitch. Okay. And we're just gonna pull this sucker over. Okay, all I'm trying to do is get that top bent this way as far as possible without breaking it. Because I don't want that big hackberry to take her down. Okay, so I'm gonna pinch it right there. And we'll just do a little half hitch to capture it. Okay, so what I've done now is I've just pulled that tree this way because I don't want this big hackberry to catch it. Okay, so all right, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go back over there. I'm gonna shut this off for the interest of time, and you'll see me on the other side of the tree. All right, next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get this throwing line over this tree, and I'm gonna get fairly high, and let's see if I can't hit this. Okay. And we'll clean this line up. My goal is to get a reel rope on here next. And let's see if we can't clear these snags. Got one snag up high. This we gotta be really careful not to wrap a limb. There we go. Perfect. Okay. So let's go ahead and grab a rope. Where are we at here? There we go. And again, we're being mindful of this tree. And we'll take this throw line and we'll tie the reel rope around it. Put that in there. Okay, and I'm just going to do a simple clove hitch. The line's got a twist in it. So I'll start out with a clove, just like that, stick it in there. Okay, then we'll just do some half hitches. Just throw a bunch of half hitches on there. We don't want this rope coming off. Okay, now I'll make sure this is undone. This rope is probably going to be too short, but I've got another rope I can tie on there. All right, let's get the reel rope on there. Okay, we take that off. Okay, all I want to do now is do a running bowline on this. Okay, so I'm going to wrap it around like this, and then I'm going to tie a bowline around it. Just Just like that right there. Okay, and then I'm just gonna take it all the way up to the top. Okay. Now we gotta be a little bit careful here, because even hand pressure might pull it down. But we're gonna put a 3-to-1 on this. Yeah, let's get this out of our way. And we'll clean this up here in a little bit. Okay, so I need a tree far back enough I don't have to worry about getting hit. So I'm gonna go back here and put an anchor over this. Okay. Alright, and let's see if this rope is long enough. I'm thinking it's not going to be, but it might be. Oh, I think it's long enough. Good. Okay, I've got a pulley I'm going to put in here first. Okay. And what I want to do next, grab another pulley. And grab us a prusik. Okay, come up here. And we're just going to do a 3-to-1. And if I'm going fast, or I have other videos and all that stuff, so check out my other videos if you want a slow down version. Okay. Let's extend that. It shouldn't take much, I wouldn't think. The rope came out. We'll fix that. Okay. Okay, I've got a 3-to-1. I'm out of the line. More importantly, I'm out of the line if this rope were to grab and want to pull that way. I'm not going to get caught in between that system and that falling tree, okay? So we're going to pull. Let's see what happens. And I'm going to let go of this rope when it starts falling. Oh, wow. Okay, that's stuck more than I thought it was. Let's get more in line here. See what happens. Okay, that's really stuck. So what can we do? 3-to-1's not doing it. So let's make it more mechanical advantage. Okay, well good. This is good though. This is a good exercise. It is caught at the very top of that oak tree. All right, I'm gonna shut this off and let's convert this to at least a 5-to-1. See if that does. All right, be back in a second. Okay, I'm back. What I've done is increase the mechanical advantage, and I'm gonna go over it, and maybe you guys can tell me what the mechanical advantage is in the comments. That'd be great, fun. Okay, but what I've done, this is all the gear I had with me today, so I had to use what I had. Didn't have any double pulleys. Did have the clutch, which is nice. So the line coming from the tree is going into the clutch. It's going into another pulley with a rope grab. Tail of that is coming into another pulley into the becket of the clutch, and then to another pulley on this section right here. Okay, so I've greatly increased my mechanical advantage. Let's see if it's enough to get this tree over. Okay, so let's see what happens. I would do a lot of resets. Okay, what's nice about this is all my progress is being captured. Okay. All right. Okay, it's trying. All right, let's see if we can't. Okay, so kind of at the point, and here's a flaw in my system. To reset the first prusik, I'm gonna have to get up really high. Okay, so I'm losing a lot of efficiency here, but we'll see. Let's see what that does. Okay. All right, so I need to stick that down to here. All right, I'll extend this guy. All right, let's see what happens. There we go. That took a lot more force than I thought it would. Okay, but it worked. All right, let's see where we hit. Did I save my tree? Yeah, perfect. Here's where it fell. This is the tree I was trying to save. I was shooting for it going through here, but this will work fine. And you can see how dead this tree was. But okay, well, there you go. That's That's a good example of mechanical advantage. And that was much more caught up than I thought it was. But there you go. Hope that helps you guys if you need to use this system in the future for your own needs. But tell me in the comments what you think this mechanical advantage turned out to be. I know what it is, but you may not. And it'll be a nice little problem for you to solve. So, all right. See you on the next one.